Hey, this is going to be a tutorial on how to create a score-based quiz. I'm going to show you guys my favorite software to put that quiz in. It is called Coach Grow Solutions. If you want to learn more about it and how it can work to help you grow your business, check the description box below, okay? So, before we get started, there are a couple of different types of quizzes. There are score-based quizzes and there are personality quizzes, okay? Those two different types. Score-based quizzes are the quizzes that you're probably most used to from learning in school, where the teacher will teach you something and then once a week you'll take a quiz. There's right or wrong answers on each question. And then at the end of the quiz, you turn that paper in and the teacher grades it. She counts how many of your questions were answered correctly and how many were answered incorrectly. And then she gives you a grade. That grade is a fraction. It is the number of correct answers over the total number of questions. And that fraction will give you a percentage. So if you passed, you have an A, B, or a C, which is normally anywhere from, I think C starts at 70% all the way up to 100% if you got every single question right. And anything below a 70% means that you failed and you don't know a lot of information, right? That is a score-based quiz, okay? Then we have personality-based quizzes. Personality-based quizzes are ones that you've probably most often seen either on blog websites or even in magazines. I'm a 90s baby. So if you remember in the 90s, in the early 2000s, they had a lot of magazines that were like, especially in like Glamour and I can't even think of the other ones right now, but they always had those quizzes that were like, which celebrity hottie are you? And you would like open up the magazine and answer your questions, and then you would count up your answers at the bottom, and it would tell you if you got mostly A's, you are J-Lo hottie. If you got mostly B's, you are Ben Affleck hottie. If you got mostly C's, you are Obama hottie, right? Like whatever it was, right? So that is a personality-based quiz. So those are the two types of quizzes that you can create just in general, okay? Now, with Coach Grow Solutions, it's focused more on score-based quiz, which you can still use if you are wanting to have something that is like fun, because score-based quizzing is really based off of helping someone determine where they are and where they should go from where they are now. And that's why the Coach Grow Solutions system is focused on score-based quizzing, because this system is intended to help you grow your audience, grow your community, grow your revenue. And so in order for you to do those three things, you have to be able to help people figure out where are they now, where they want to go, and how can they get there. And your solution, the service or the coaching package or the offer, whatever it is that you're selling, is a vehicle to get that person from where they are now to where they want to be, okay? And so score-based quizzes are best for that, which is why this is focused on score-based quizzes. So let's talk about this a little bit deeper before I get to explaining this chat GPT prompt here for you, okay? So with a score-based quiz, you can either grade someone on what they know and what they don't know to help them better understand where they are, right? So for example, if I quizzed you on, let's say if I was a health coach and it was a quiz on, do you know why you're not losing weight? And there were some right or wrong answers. Are you tracking your calories? No. That's probably one of the reasons why, right? So that'll go in this is why you're not losing weight. Are you working out? And when you're working out, is your heart rate going into fat burning mode? Like, is your heart rate high enough? No, that's probably why you're not working out, right? So there are certain questions that you can ask, and you probably have had conversations with clients before where you have this series of questions that you ask them either during the discovery call or in the initial conversation phase of you getting to know a potential client. Those questions that you ask them to try to figure out where they are, those are questions that can go inside of a score-based quiz, okay? The key here is to start automating some of that introductory piece where clients are getting to know you and you're getting to know them. You also are going to get a better result as far as booking paying clients when clients come to you and they're super self-aware. And that's what quizzes do. They help people become super self-aware of exactly the level or the depth of work that they need to do in order to get to their desired result. So what you're going to see when you use quizzes as a lead magnet to grow your audience, grow your email list, grow your text list, which is all included in Coach Grow Solutions, what you're going to see is that when you get on these discovery calls or when you have these initial conversations with clients, you're going to get someone who is a lot more self-aware, a lot more ready to do the work, and very understanding of what your offers can do for them, because they know where they are and where they want to go and how far they have to go in order to get there. So it's going to be a better all-around client when you start off with a quiz. Okay, quizzes are one of my favorite lead generators. They also do really well as ads, by the way, just as a side note. Quizzes do really, really well as Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever ad you're running, Google ads, because people love to take quizzes because they're also kind of fun, right? So we're starting over here on ChatGPT. I'm going to show you first how you can get your quiz questions and answers and how the score can work. We're going to use ChatGPT to make life a lot easier today. And then I'm going to do a second part video where I'll show you how to take the questions and answers from what we come up with in ChatGPT and put it into the Coach Grow Solutions system and make it look cute to match your brand. Okay. So here's the prompt we're using today. It says, write me a 10 question and answer score-based quiz that will help my clients determine if they are ready to work with a life coach or not yet. You can use this exact same prompt if you want to. You can replace life coach with business coach. You can replace that with marketing coach, branding coach. You can replace that with purpose coach, whatever it is that you do, right? You can replace that little piece there. Even if you're a service-based business owner, so let's say if you're a social media manager, you can put in there to determine if they're ready to work with a social media manager, to ready to work with a realtor if you're a realtor, ready to work with a tutor if you're a tutor. So this can work. Quizzes can work for a lot of different industries, and this prompt can work for a lot of different industries. Okay, so and then you'll put a little bit more detail. So if you could give ChatGPT as much detail as possible, that's going to be the best. So I'm putting in here, I'm a life coach who helps women discover their purpose. So I just put, I'm a life coach who helps women discover their purpose. If you want the questions to be more specific, then you have to be more specific with your prompt. So let's say I'm a life coach who helps women. Let's say I could put in their 40s, discover their purpose. Yeah, I could just put that. If you want to put more detail, you can. So I'm going to hit enter. And ChatGPT is going to write our questions, and it is also going to write our answers, and it's going to give us a scoring guide. As you can see, it has already started. So let's go ahead and read through this. So it's giving me the questions are designed to help them reflect on their current mindset, goals, and openness to change, which obviously we know will make them a good client or not so good client, right? So here's a scoring guide. For each question, they're going to answer yes. If they answer yes, they get 3 points. If they answer somewhat, they get 2 points. If they answer no, they get 1 point. Total up the score at the end to see if they're ready to dive into coaching. Okay, so when we put these quiz questions and answers into Coach Grow Solutions, there's going to be a spot that lets us put in the number of points, because when we build this quiz in Coach Grow Solutions, it is automated. Okay, so it's going to be a quiz where people can go click the link in your bio or click the link in the email. They could take the quiz. It's going to automatically score them and give them their customized results. So we have a few of the questions here. Are you feeling unfulfilled or stuck? Yes, somewhat, no. Do you believe you have a bigger purpose but struggle to define what it is? Yes, somewhat, or no. Yes, somewhat, or no. Okay, so this is cool. We got questions. We have answers. What I like to do is I like to make the answers a little more conversational, because that's going to help people focus more so on how they're actually feeling versus trying to beat the quiz. And what I mean when I say beat the quiz is that sometimes when you're taking a personality based quiz, a little bit down the line, you start to realize that you know how to answer the questions in order to get the result you're looking for. When in reality, you should just be focused on answering the questions, and then whatever the result is, right? And so, like I said, I like to make these answers a little bit more conversational. And so, what that can look like is, and I'm going to put it down here in the prompt and see if ChatGPT is able to do this. But let me give you an example before I do that. So, if this question says, "Are you feeling unfulfilled or stuck in your current life path?" Then, if this answer is yes, I may, instead of just putting yes, I will put something like, yes, I feel drained when I have to go to work, or I feel drained when I leave work, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to leave my job or find another position that makes me happier. That sounds really long, but I'm putting that whole thing in here as answer choice number one. Okay, as answer choice A, I'm putting that whole thing in here. Okay, because that gives somebody a more realistic view of how they're feeling. Okay, and while there may be a lot of different reasons why somebody is unfulfilled or stuck in their current life path, there, even if it's not that, they want to switch jobs or switch companies, if that answer is somewhat similar to how they're feeling, not what's actually happening, but similar to how they're feeling, they're going to choose an answer. Okay. So, yes, somewhat, no are all the answers for this. Now, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom because before I put this prompt in here, and I want you to see the scoring. So it has already calculated the scoring. It told us to put 3 points for 2 points, 3 points for yes, 2 points for somewhat, and 1 point for no. The scoring is this: if they score 24 to 30 points, they're absolutely ready. They're committed to growth and eager to discover your purpose. A life coach will be perfect fit for you to move forward with intention and confidence. So, if they score between 24 to 30 points, then we'll copy and paste this, and this is the answer they will see at the end of their quiz. If they score between 16 and 23 points, the answer will be this, and that's what they'll see at the end of their quiz. Remember, the quiz scoring in Coach Growth Solutions is automated, so it is going to automatically score the quiz immediately after they take it and show them the answers that we put in, okay? And then if they score 10 to 15 points, it's going to say consider your goals. You may still have some doubts or hesitations about diving into coaching. Reflect on what you want most in life. If it's purpose and fulfillment, it might be time to talk to a coach. Okay. So this quiz is going to give them a good sense of whether they're in the mindset to benefit from coaching and ready to make the most of your guidance. So I'm going to come down here in the prompt area, and I'm going to put, please take the yes, somewhat, and no answer choices for each question and turn them into something more conversational. Okay, and then I'm going to give it an example. For example, for number one, instead of saying yes, say something like, yes, comma, I feel drained when I leave work every day, and although my energy is low, I am unsure if making a career or life change overall will help me feel more fulfilled. Okay, so I gave it an example. So let's see what it comes up with. And of course, it took my example as the first answer choice. And this gave us 3 answers, right? So it'll be A will be yes, B will be sometimes, C will be no. Okay. So now let's see what it came up with. Sometimes I feel off track, but I still have some things I enjoy about my life, so I'm hesitant to make big changes. Now you see how that conversational answer may not be somebody who's ready for coaching. No, I feel good about where I'm headed. I'm not feeling feeling stuck or unfulfilled at all. That may be somebody who's not ready for coaching, right? So now we can kind of see a little bit clearly, more clear. So now that we have our questions and answers, let's go over to part 2 where we actually build this into a quiz.